Managing employee motivation and performance. Motivation is a set of forces that cause people to behave in certain ways. Motivation is essential in organizations. It is the responsibility of the manager to figure out what motivates employees to become more productive. Individual performance is important in all organizations and is usually determined by three factors: motivation, ability, and the work environment. Motivation is the desire to do the job. Ability is the capability to do the job. If an employee lacks the ability to perform their job duties, the manager can either provide training for the employee or they may choose to replace the employee with someone who is capable of performing the job. Environment. If there is a problem with the work environment, such as resources or general atmosphere, the manager will need to correct it in order to increase productivity. What factors in the workplace motivate people? Some say pay, better work hours, more flexible hours, more time off and benefits. Others say providing employees with more responsibility motivates them to be a top performer. Abraham Maslow believed that all people are motivated to fulfill 5 need levels as seen in the displayed chart. Level 1, physiological needs. Level 2, safety needs. Level 3, belongingness and love needs. Level 4, esteem needs. Level 5, self-actualization. Herzberg developed the two-factor theory by interviewing a group of accountants and engineers. Herzberg concluded that the traditional view of job satisfaction was incomplete. Herzberg's interviews noted 2 different dimensions, one ranging from satisfaction to no satisfaction, and the other ranging from dissatisfaction to no dissatisfaction. The two-factor theory basically states motivating factors give positive satisfaction and hygiene factors don't give satisfaction. However, dissatisfaction will result from the absence. Individual needs that are most important within organizations. These needs are sometimes referred to as manifest needs. Manifest needs include achievement, or the desire to accomplish a goal or task more effectively than you have in the past. People with a high need of achievement have a desire to assume personal responsibility. They have a tendency to set moderately difficult goals and desire specific immediate feedback. Affiliation, the desire for human companionship and acceptance. People with the need for affiliation are likely to perform better in a job with a lot of social interaction and environments that offer opportunities to make friends. Recent studies have shown that workers with one or more good friends at work are more likely to be committed to their work. Lastly, power. The desire to be influential in a group and to control one's environment. Research has shown people with a strong need for power are likely to be superior performers and have good attendance records and usually occupy supervisory positions. The need for power has actually been found to be an important ingredient in managerial success. Process perspectives on motivation. These process perspectives focus on how motivation occurs. They hone in on why people choose certain behaviors to satisfy their needs and how they measure their satisfaction once the goals have been met. There are 3 useful process perspectives on motivation. They include the expectancy theory, the equity theory, and the goal-setting theory. The expectancy theory suggests that motivation depends on 2 things: how much we want something and how likely we are to think we're going to get it. The expectancy theory rests on 4 basic assumptions. It assumes that a person's behavior is determined by a combination of forces present in their individual and in their environment. It assumes that people make decisions about their own behavior in organizations. It assumes that people have different needs, desires, and goals. And it assumes that people choose their behaviors based on their perceptions of what the extent of behavior that will lead to the desired outcomes. The theory states that people are motivated to seek social equity in the performance rewards they receive. The equity theory states outcomes from a job include pay, recognition, promotion, social relationships, and intrinsic rewards. In order for a person to receive these rewards, the individual must make inputs to the job, such as time, experience, effort, education, and loyalty. The theory further suggests that people will view their inputs and outcomes as a ratio and then compare it to the ratio of someone else. The process comparison is indicated in the displayed image. Goal-setting theory assumes that behavior is the result of goals and intentions. According to the goal-setting theory, a manager should be able to influence the behavior of their staff by setting goals. The manager must make sure that the goals are challenging and require effort. The manager must also ensure that the goal is specific and can be measured. The reinforcement theory is an approach to motivation that argues that behavior that results in rewarding consequences is likely to be repeated, whereas behavior that results in punishing consequence is less likely to be repeated. There are 4 basic types of reinforcement: positive reinforcement, avoidance, punishment, and extinction. Motivational strategies are used by managers to boost motivation and increase performance within their organizations. There are many different strategies that managers can use to accomplish increased motivation and performance. These strategies include empowerment and participation, alternative work arrangements, variable work schedules, flexible work schedules, job sharing, and telecommunicating. Sometimes offering these can increase happiness and in turn increase productivity. Also, it will give your employees a stronger sense of loyalty to the organizations. You may also use a rewards-based system to motivate performance. The rewards-based system will work most of the time because when rewards are associated to higher levels of performance, employees will work harder to receive most rewards. Two common types of reward systems used are merit reward systems and incentive reward systems. Motivating and providing incentives you as a manager will help maximize production as well as employee satisfaction. Within organizations, most employees will do just enough to get by. What is getting by? What is expected? A manager should always be looking for ways to increase production and maximize output. Employees should always be driven to produce more today than they did yesterday. Managers can make this happen by motivating their employees. As discussed, motivation can be given in many different ways. Managers can use reward systems and incentive programs to encourage employees to produce in high volume. Managers should make sure enforcement is used in order to increase desired behaviors and minimize unwanted behaviors. If motivational tools are used properly, it will result in increased production and satisfied loyal employees.